All right, I am here with Dustin Poirier, future UFC Hall of Famer, Louisiana native here at Radio Row, Super Bowl 59. We got to talk about the news that's going around this morning, a possible retirement fight. You told my buddy the Schmo that the UFC might be working to put something together this summer here in New Orleans as your swan song. Can you shed some more light on that? Is there a possible opponent?
Yeah, we got some possible opponents I can't speak on.
Obviously, yeah.
But we've been working on this for a couple months now. I brought it to their attention. I was like, I think I'm going to retire. I'd love to do it at home in Louisiana, where I picked up the gloves. And to my surprise, they entertained it. They said, okay, if that's what you really want, we'll do our best to make it happen. So they've been talking to the state, talking to the city of New Orleans, and pushing forward. So I think we're close, but I really hope it happens.
Your last fight was back in May. Unfortunately, the result didn't go the way you wanted against Islam. You had kind of hinted about retirement after that fight. What's changed? Like I know you've talked about some mental health issues after that fight. Like, what's changed? What makes you want to get back in the octagon one more time?
I just want to go out the right way, on my terms, and I've never lost 2 fights in a row in my career. You know, I have 50-something fights. I've never lost 2 in a row, so I want to keep that trend going. And the opportunity to retire where I started fighting is important to me. And I just want to feel that feeling one more time.
You have been pretty open about some struggles with mental health as a fighter. How do you combat those and get yourself ready to where you're in that mindset where you do want to step in the octagon one more time?
Work on myself, work on my mental health, talk to people, do the right things. You know, a lot goes into it, and everybody's different, but a lot goes into mental health.
We mentioned your last fight back in May against Islam. He's current pound-for-pound #1 fighter in the UFC, lightweight champion. Can you talk to me about his reign as champion and what makes him so special inside the octagon?
Yeah, he's an incredible fighter, great champion, and he's going to be tough to beat for whoever he gets in there against. You know, honestly, I think he could even move up to 170 and have success there. But I don't know him personally, but I'm sure he's very disciplined, and this is his craft since he was a kid. You know, he's been working on this, and he's the best in the world, pound-for-pound #1 right now. Just an incredible fighter.
Who do you think we'll see Poirier and him get together? There's been talks about that. I know you said you think Poirier might have a shot at dethroning him if Poirier does move up to 155.
He definitely does have a shot. Like I said to Schmo, like I think from 45 to 170, Poirier has the power and the skills to knock anybody out. His timing, his rhythm, his power is incredible. But the size difference with Islam's wrestling is, I've never seen Poirier in person. Obviously, I fought Islam. He's a big guy. You know, Islam can't make 45. I know they say Poirier might walk around 190 outside of fights and stuff, but I just think Islam is just too much. But I don't know. But like I said, if Poirier does connect, he can put anybody out.
I mean, he put Max out. We never thought we'd see Max get
exactly.
Put out, right?
Yeah.
What's your relationship with Max these days? You guys talk. I know you guys have been in some wars.
Last time I spoke to him was during the fires in Hawaii, and I asked him what a good place would be for my nonprofit to donate to help out, and he sent over a nonprofit out there we donated to. That was the last time I spoke to him, but he's a great guy. Max is a cool dude, man.
Let's talk a little bit more about your nonprofit and the charity work you do in your community there in Lafayette.
Yeah, the Good Fight Foundation, me and my wife started in 2018. Before we actually gave it a name and started an actual nonprofit, we were doing stuff out of my name. I would eBay, auction, fight worn memorabilia, and we would donate to things going on in my community in Lafayette, Louisiana. And then when I was getting ready to fight Justin Gaethje the first time up in Arizona, we were like, hey, let's stop doing it out of your name, and let's try to grow this thing organically and give it its own name and turn it into an actual nonprofit other fighters and people can get behind. And that was kind of when the whole thing, the spark that turned into the Good Fight Foundation happened. But we've got some big stuff planned this year. We're going to do backpacks filled with school supplies. Again, we're going to do Thanksgiving meal pickup for families. We're going to do Christmas presents for different, the hub in Lafayette and different places like that to help out with women and children. We're just going to keep it rocking, man. Wherever we can see a gap we can bridge in the community, everywhere we can help, we'll do it.
In addition to your nonprofit work, you've kind of become an entrepreneur. You have your own hot sauce. What's that learning experience been for you when you're a professional fighter for so long and learning the business world?
It's fun. I mean, all along I know I couldn't fight forever, so I've always been planting seeds. The hot sauce is just one of my many ventures I have. I have all kinds of stuff, but the hot sauce was more of a passion project because I love cooking. Being from South Louisiana, I live like 45 minutes from the Tabasco plant. I always knew I wanted to be in the culinary world somehow. And then during COVID, when I was stuck at quarantine in my house, I started writing emails and putting a team together and putting this sauce together. This isn't a white label thing. I just had an idea and slapped my name on a label. This is something we developed, and as a cook my whole life, it's something I wanted to do, and I wanted it to be right. So I'm proud of the product we have.
What's your favorite dish, Louisiana dish to cook when you're at home?
I like cooking gumbo, man. I really love gumbo. Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about your hometown Saints. You know, you are a big Saints fan. You've announced a draft pick for them before.
Yeah.
They had a tough year. Derek Carr got injured. A whole slew of
Taysom.
injuries. Yeah, it was a tough
Olave.
year.
The list goes on.
I hear they are thinking about hiring Kellen Moore. What are your thoughts on that hire?
We just need to get good people in those positions, and we need a good rhythm and a good vibe. I feel like the team's we have so many weapons and so much power. We're just out of sync. We're not firing right on all cylinders, you know. I would love to see it come together, but we'll see. Time will tell.
As a football fan, you're here in New Orleans. You'll be going to the game this Sunday. What do we think about the big game on Sunday? You have a prediction? Is there a team you like?
I'm going Eagles, man.
Okay.
I'm going Eagles. I just feel it.
Why?
I just feel it. And I'm going Eagles, and people have been asking me my score prediction. I'm not sure the exact score, but I'm thinking bet the over, go Eagles. And for me personally, I'm just tired of. With all due respect, Taylor Swift is great. Mahomes, if he did it again, would be incredible. You know, unbelievable. It's never been done. Kelsey's an incredible player. I'm just tired of seeing Taylor Swift in every NFL headline, dude. Let's go. Let's go Birds.
MVP prediction, if you think the Eagles are going to win, is it going to be the guy behind you, or is it going to be Saquon?
Dude, Saquon's such a beast, man. Let's go Saquon.